Hello, friends! We're learning more about apples still. We're going to listen to the story Apples by Gail Gibbons. An apple is a fruit. It grows on an apple tree. Apple trees grow in more parts of the world than any other fruit tree. They have been in existence for about 2 million years. The first American colonists brought apple seeds and seedlings with them from England. As the colonists moved westward, they brought apple seeds and seedlings with them. Some settlers found that Native American Indians had already brought apple seeds west and had apple trees growing near their villages. Oh, here's our friend we've learned about, Johnny Appleseed. Many times during the early 1800s, John Chapman traveled throughout the wilderness of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana, planting apple seeds. Also, he gave seeds and seedlings to the settlers there. He became known as Johnny Appleseed. Remember, he wore the pot on his head too. He made the pot hat. Some apples are grown at home, but most are grown commercially in big orchards. Each year, about 250 million bushels of apples are grown in the United States, and about 28 million bushels are grown in Canada. An apple is a firm, crisp, fleshy fruit with a hard center called a core. The core has 5 seed chambers. When you cut open an apple this way, it kind of looks like a star. And we've talked about how apples grow on trees. So now we're going to talk about what happens when they pick them. Some apples are shipped to stores and trucks. Some are used to make apple cider, apple juice, apple jelly, applesauce, and lots of other apple products. Some are sold in baskets at roadside stands. During the fall, it is fun to go apple picking. Also, there are county fairs. Awards are given to the best looking apples, the best tasting apple pies, and the most delicious applesauce. There is apple cider too. During Halloween, there are caramel apples and candy apples. Some people bob for apples. When winter arrives, the apple tree branches become bare. The trees will become dormant until next spring. Dormant means that it's alive, but it's not growing. When the trees they will be dormant until next spring, when the trees will produce a new crop of apples. We talked about that when we made our pictures with the 4 seasons of apple trees. Some common apples grown in North America. There's some we've talked about before. We got a Rome Beauty, a Macintosh, Red Delicious, that's a sweet one, Golden Delicious, Jonathan, York, Stamen, and Granny Smith. This one's good in pies, apple pies. Apples have many tastes ranging from sweet to tart. All apples are different shades of yellow, green, and red. or a mix of those colors. An apple tree will not grow apples until it is about 5 to 8 years old. Each spring, the tree branches are trimmed. This is called pruning. Most apple trees grow to be about 20 feet tall. The soil around the trees should be fertilized. The pruning and fertilizing help produce lots of good apples. And remember, we've talked about this before, how to make apple cider, and they have to squish the apples and then out comes the juice. There are thousands of varieties or kinds of apples. They are nutritious and delicious. And that's the end. I hope you enjoyed the story. Have a great day.